Hey, I love you too, Wonder Woman. Hello, my loves. I hope you're doing well. What's your tea? Have you missed me? Good evening. Oh my God, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Aloha to my Hawaiian sisters. What's good for my Bronx girls? Someone said these men are not menning, honey. Girl, what are they doing? What are they doing? What's their tea? What are they giving these days? Let me know, sweetie. Let me know what these men are giving. Because I'm married, so I'm not dealing with them. I'm dealing with one man. You hear me? Good morning for my South African queens out there. Thank you so much for that love, honey. I'm so happy to see you all. What is the tea? Let's get into it. Before we get into it, can I just say, for those that don't know me, my name is Coach Anwar. I am a dating coach for Black and brown women, and I'm here to help you get your guy. So I come here once a week, sometimes twice a week if you're lucky, and I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to make sure that you know what to do in this love and dating game, because the real tea is that most people are never taught how to date. And that sucks. That really sucks. So I am going to, I'm going to hopefully help you with all of this. Okay? That's why they call me the dating fairy godbrother, because I'm here to look after you. I'm here to make sure that you are protected, that you know what to look out for so that you're not put into dangerous situations that are not going to serve you at the end of the day. It's really my passion, it's my purpose, it's my mission. I will scream this on the rooftops, but I want to get 1 million Black women married. By the time that I take my last breath, that is what I will be doing. Okay? Someone said Match is not matching. Get off of Match. Match is over this year. 2025, Match isn't giving. Someone said she needs her eggs cracked. I know that's right. I know that's right. So, that's why I'm writing books. That's why I'm having conversations about a TV show. That's why, I'm working with technology and AI to make sure that we can get this message out as quickly as possible, as wide as possible, and also as accessible as possible, right? Lord knows not everyone can afford 4- and 5-figure price tags. And so I do think that, one of the things that I am going to be doing is making sure that I can get it out to everybody. Yeah. So I've finished writing my first book. My second book is going to be about my first book is about how to date and how to get into a relationship. And then my second book is going to be about how to go from relationship to getting engaged. Because it takes a different set of skills. A lot of these girls out here that are in relationships for a very long time don't know what the boundaries are, don't know what you should be looking out for, how you should be evaluating while you're actually in a relationship. Yeah. Kayla said, I need both books by tomorrow. Girl, I'm not Amazon Prime. Get a life. Someone said, title of books. You tell me what the title of the book should be, honey. Okay, so what we're going to do is put your questions in the chat and I will answer them in the order that I see them. Put a star before the question so I know which comments are questions and which comments are y'all talking shit. Because a lot of y'all talking shit, hunty. And I can't be combing through all that shit, honey. You hear me? Someone said, love the hair. Thank you so much, girl. I literally got it from Turkey. Girl, I was looking a mess for 2 or 3 months, and it finally got its shit together. It's starting to look like a 20-year-old again. Chameleonaire said, your strategies are working. I feel like I'm getting closer. You are. You are. Water Walker said, I love how you affirm Black and brown women always. 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 Yeah. Someone asked, Anwar, with this dating climate, should the singles remain hopeful? 100%. Literally last weekend, like in my program, we had 8 women get into relationships. It is very possible for you, but hope is not enough, Obama. Hope is not enough. You gotta do something. And not just do something, you gotta know what to do. So, do y'all know what you're doing? And I say this with respect. If you don't know what you're doing in dating, give me a hashtag, I don't know. I wanna know. If you know what you're doing, give me a hashtag, I know. Let me see what the girls are giving. IDK, IDK, I don't know, I don't know. Girl, you know I'm old, right, honey? You know I'm a suburban mother of 3. Every time I see IDK, I'm like, girl, y'all missing the C, honey, dyslexic. Y'all talking about dick, honey? Okay, y'all don't know. Yeah, that's the conclusion. Y'all don't know. And that's okay. Someone said, I know nothing. Uh-oh. Someone said, are you tired of us yet? I'm never tired of it. I'm here to teach. I'm here to share. I'm here to impart whatever I know, right? I wish y'all could see. I can't move the computer for my YouTube girls. Do you see all these books over here? Please understand, I'm reading 2 or 3 books a day. Getting my shit tight, honey. I'm not like these other girls out here. Someone said, should we go, I'm gonna start answering questions now. Should we go to Home Depot at 7 a.m.? No. Because that's when the workers go. So I would go on a Friday night at like 8 or 9 p.m. because that's where the men who own their homes go to do the little fixer-upper things. If you go at 7 a.m., you're going to go where the workers are, and you're going to go where the foremen are. If you want a foreman, that's on you, girl. I want you getting the owners. The owners aren't at Home Depot. Okay. Let's get into this gig, honey. Is it a red flag for him to ask you to be his girlfriend on the first date? Is he Nigerian? That's what I want to know. Is he Ghanaian? To go on a road trip on the second date. Oh, you want to be a TV star. You want to be on True Crime. You want to be on A&E. That's what I'm hearing, girl. You want to have your own Netflix show about you. You want to be on the news? First 48? That's what I'm hearing. Missing? Don't come to me with these questions about road trips with men that you do not even know. You want to be your own SVU episode. No, we're not going to get taken part 4 for your second date. We're not going to be a girlfriend of a man you don't even know. If you don't know his full name, you can't be his girlfriend. I hope that helps. I mean, your screen name is Mary Jane. Maybe you want that Mary Jane girl. I need you to take it down a few notches. Okay? This is all love, honey. We're all family at the end of the day. Okay? But what we're not going to do is die for love. Alrighty? Thank you. Thank you. Someone said you are glowing. Girl, you know what the skincare routine is? D. Thanks. Get into it. Get into it. Girl, he effing the toxins out of me, girl. Better than hyaluronic acid, bitch. You hear me? Niacinamide. Duh. Lord have mercy. Someone said I need to get into my own skincare routine. I know that's right, bitch. I know that's right. All right, let me see what these questions are, honey. Because y'all have me cutting up already. Acting a fool. Retinoids. Duh. Everything ending with a duh at the end. Okay, Cal said, what's your favorite part about working with clients? My favorite part is seeing their transformations at the end of the program. Many of them in relationships, many of them setting amazing boundaries, learning, like being vulnerable without thinking about it, setting boundaries without guilt, right? Very much in their feminine energy, asking for help everywhere. One of my clients I was talking to earlier today, she's like, oh yeah, I don't touch elevator buttons. I don't, I don't carry my packages up. I have someone else do that, right? I'm not doing anything. I love that. I also love when my clients are saying things like, oh yeah, he said this, they said that, and I wasn't triggered. That means that they're healing. That means that every other thing that a guy is saying is not making them spiral or they're not getting annoyed, right? So if you feel like you still gotta work on that, girl, go to the link in my bio, book a consultation call, apply, so we can get you together, okay? One of the things that I'm so excited about this, one of the things that we're starting, just to let you know, we have group calls almost every night in my program. Monday nights are relationship nights. Tuesday nights tonight is either a how-to night or an inner work night that I lead. So this is where, so tonight I talked about, okay, what are we doing on date 1? day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, all the way to exclusivity. We have to have certain dates. There are certain goals that we need to accomplish, certain conversations that we need to have, so that my ladies have a complete framework and strategy for each and every day. They know exactly what they're going to do. When we were talking earlier about, do you know how to date? Do you know how to do that? Right? It's all very important. So, if you need help with that, you should book a consultation call, get into the program. But what I was going to say is that we're instituting a new group coaching call on Wednesdays. And this is all focused on online dating. So this is an opportunity for the clients to come together, to swipe together, to also to get free coaching from myself and some of my other head coaches. Like, oh, Coach Anwar, what do I say here? Oh, what should I do next? Oh, I'm feeling some type of way. Oh, can I look at the swiping? Can you look at my swipe? Girl, yeah, girl, let's get into it. Yeah? So that's what we're doing on Wednesday. Thursdays are a Q&A. Sundays are a Q&A. So we got a lot of group coaching calls. The ladies are supported. Supported. Do you hear me? Yeah, so that's that. Okay, Peaches on YouTube said, Anwar, are dating apps going anywhere in this generation? I'm on Facebook dating in OKC. I got kicked off Tinder. Girl, who gets kicked off Tinder? What were you doing, sweetie? So, are they going anywhere? Here's what I need you all to understand. Only 10% of the men out there are relationship ready. So whatever you're attributing to the app is not the app, it's the market. Because at the end of the day, even if you met 50 guys in real life, you would be going through the same exact experience. It's important for us to understand that. So I think we need to stop blaming apps, right? We want to use them as a tool. They can't be your be-all, end-all. Okay? Mikoa said, what do you think of matchmaking services? I'm not someone that lives for them personally. I just have never met anyone that's gotten married through a matchmaking service. Have you all? Let me know in the chat. Have you met anyone that's met their person via matchmaking? Exactly. Oh, I have a couple people that said yes. Amazing. That makes me so happy, actually. I just have never met him. And I think it's a definite no if you're a Black woman. Most matchmakers are white women, and they have no idea what you go through when it comes to dating. So, I have a colleague who used to be a matchmaker. She said the success rate is 5%, and that's for the white girls. So divide that by 10, and that will probably be your potential success in matchmaking. So something to think about and consider. I actually just think that women are their own best matchmakers. Now compare that to people that have gotten married through an app. In my program, we date online and offline, and we give you strategies for both of those things. Yeah? Okay, let me get into these questions because y'all have a lot of them and I'm not answering them. I'm just talking my ish. How to approach an Asian American guy? Well, you have to be in the same spaces as them. You hear me? Where would I go? I would go to Uniqlo. I would go to Best Buy. I would go to Korean barbecue. I would go to any sort of K-pop Demon Hunter conference. I would go to Korean spa. I would go to any of the UCs in California, any of the Ivy Leagues. They're there. But they're not going to approach you. They're not going to approach you. So you're gonna have to talk to them. You're gonna have to approach Asian men. I'm sorry. And I know y'all don't want to do it. I need you to put your big girl panties on. I need you to be talking to these Asian men. You hear me? Get into them, honey. Someone said the beauty supply store. Not them. Not them. Unless you're trying to get reparations for all those black female dollars that are being spent and you're trying to take it back. If you want to play that game, girl, yeah, then do it. Someone said they're at Whole Foods. I don't know. I don't know about all that. Some of them are. Okay, let me be a little bit serious. You will have to approach them. A lot of Asian men, and I'm including Indian here as well, they won't look you straight in the eye. They'll give you that peripherality. So they'll be literally, they're like this, but they're staring at you. This is how they do it, girl. This is how they do it. So you'll be like, oh, he's randomly just doing whatever. He's doing him without realizing, girl, he's literally staring at you right now and you don't even know it. He's zoomed in on you. Yeah? Yeah. That's how they do it, girl. So you got to check the feet. If the feet are pointing toward you, it means that they're interested. And a lot of Asian men are interested in black women. And I want to just share, if you have braids, they're going to go crazy. They can't get enough of the braids. The Asian guys. Okay? So, what other questions do you have? Nova said he's reading my man to the T. I've just been doing this work for so long, girl. I just know too much. Yeah? Yeah. My Chinese friend said he loves him a black woman. I think the Chinese are the, obviously, like, I think Thai are open to black women, but I think Chinese are really into black women. More into black women than Japanese and Korean. Just FYI. I was telling this to my best friend who's half Korean, half Japanese. I was saying, because I was just in Japan like a month ago with my family, and I was like, I'm into those Asian guys that look orange. Do you know what I'm saying? Can I say that? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they look like this. Actually, they look like this kombucha bottle. Tan, girl. Girl, they working outside, girl. Like, they got a little bit of me in them, girl. That's how I like them. Let me know if I'm alone here. Don't leave me hanging, ladies. Don't leave me hanging. Golden, yes, honey, like Jill Scott. No, girl, I didn't say Polynesian, girl. I didn't say Polynesian. Thank you. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Someone said, please, the D Olympics. Not yet, girl. Wait until 12, girl, when Cinderfella comes out. Someone said that they saw me on the Reliving Single podcast. Yes, girl, I was there last week. It published last week, which was so fun, so amazing. I love those ladies so much. Sinclair and Maxine have an amazing podcast. So, awesome. Okay, let's see. What other tea do we have? Do Asian guys like afros? Some of them, girl. No. They're into braids. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Zoraya said, loved you on the Shan Boudrum podcast. Thank you so much, girl. Appreciate that. She really was trying to make me go real vulnerable. I'm not used to that. Yeah. Passion said, I went to the shade room only for your segment. Thank you, girl. I was in the shade room last week, girl. Yes, honey. A mess. An absolute mess. So fun. Okay, so what hairstyles do you have right now, honey? I need to know what the hairstyles are, and then I can tell you who is checking for you. Okay? User 558 said, you on the shade room and shaded everybody. I sure did. Now, this is how you have to do it, honey. When these men, girl, when you're in the shade room, you have to be shady. I asked my ladies in my Instagram stories, should I be nice, shady, or messy? And they said, all three. I said, good answer. Good answer. Yeah? Okay. Let me see what's going on. Okay. Pixie cut, you just going to be attracting the Motowns. 50 plus. So you either need to, if you don't want that girl, put on a wig. No shade. You got locks, you attracting the hoteps. You're attracting also the white men. If you have sister locks, you're attracting the skinny white men. No ma'am. No ma'am, I can't. Okay, wait, hold on, girl. Y'all are going way too freaking fast, girl. I can't get into it. Middle part bust down. So you're going to be attracting the black dudes. Mini twist, white, and like African dudes. Honey blonde wig. If you have honey blonde, everybody's into it, girl. Everybody's into it. No shade, I might go honey blonde. Natural curly hair. You're probably going to be attracting more of the Latino, Middle Eastern guys. Yeah? And by the way, tap, double tap, triple tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, honey. Okay. Silk press bob. You attracting the bisexuals. The bob gives masculine. Power. Power, girl. Box braids. You attracting the white chocolates. You're attracting the Asians, the whites, and the alternative blacks. Okay? If you just have a relaxer, girl, you're attracting the conservative men. White, black, anything in between. Conservative. I'm talking Republican. I'm talking Christian black man. Okay? So I think it's important to know that you're attracting different men based on what you're giving. Someone said she's having red hair. So if you have red hair, you're going to be attracting the freaks. The F-boys. So this girl said, OMG, I really am attracting conservative white men with a relaxer. Yeah, girl, you are. It's giving Candace Owens. I say this, sometimes and people want to give me a lot of shit for it, but I just try to tell you the truth. Curly sewing. If you have a big, curly hair, it has volume like this, you're going to be attracting the rich white men. Okay? Pulled back in a bun, smooth down hair, natural hair. You're going to attract the alternative dorky guys. Yeah. If, sometimes conservative. If you have your braids and you have a little bit of new growth, though, this is like catnip to the white guys. And if you do your hair like this, then it's white, white, white for you, honey. White, white, white for you. Okay? Good. Okay. Let me see what else y'all talk about. Huge afro. White. Sorry, it just like jumped out of me. Tracy Ellis Ross curls. This is the gag on Tracy Ellis Ross, I think. My opinion. My opinion. I think she's dating black men and she needs to date a white man. Her destiny is a Jewish white man, like her father. But she's trying to date a black man, I think. And that's why she's having such difficulty. Don't shoot the messenger. Or she needs to be with a European man. If she stopped dating black men, she would be married in a year. My opinion. My opinion. This is why she has resigned from dating. Because a lot of those men have not done shit for her. Okay, someone said bald. If you're bald, you're going to attract lesbians and artists. Okay. If you're blonde, you're attracting white men. Black men do not like, I don't give a shit what black men say. Black men sometimes lie. They don't want natural hair. Most of them want to believe that your wigs are natural hair, that your bust downs are natural hair. They don't want natural hair. Most of them. Yeah. So when they say that, please don't believe them. They don't. They're saying, men say things to appease you. And black men are saying that because they know that if they said the thing that they really believe, that they would get completely obliterated. Someone said, do Italian guys like black women? Italian guys like black women the same way that they like spaghetti girl. Eat them up. They eat them up. If you go to Italy, I'm talking about Rome or something southern than that, you could get married in a year. As someone who literally has lived in Italy for a year. I think I was proposed to 2 times while I was living there, and I'm not even a woman. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? My name would be Donatella right now, bitch. You hear me? Okay. What's tea, honey? What's tea? What other questions do we have? Why is Regina Hall single? So here's what I want to offer Regina Hall, Tiffany Haddish, Leslie Jones, Nicole Byer. When you're a comedian and you are just telling jokes, and for anyone else that's in these lives, men won't take you seriously. They will think that you are the entertainment and you are the clown. And I don't say that disrespectfully. I say that the opportunity is going to be about learning how to be emotionally available and vulnerable to make that deeper connection. Most comedians use humor to deflect from their actual feelings. So, I think it's important because some of y'all try to be the funny girl, but then you're treated like one of the boys. Because they're not taking you seriously because you're not a woman to them. You telling jokes like one of the boys, you're going to be treated like one of the boys. So don't play that role. Do you hear me? Someone say, I get funny because I'm fat. You can be funny, but you can also be fucking ferociously beautiful and, as you put it, fat. You can do it all. What does my grandmother say? I can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens me. Same for you. Yeah? Don't be the funny girl. The funny girl gets you nowhere. Oh, you don't like me quoting scriptures, girl? Y'all can't take? Y'all can't take? Kiki needs to be with a white man. Kiki Palmer. She needs to be with a white man or she needs to be with a Middle Eastern man. That's what's gonna work, but she'll never not be with a black man. That guy that's on that Eat Hot Chicken show, that's the kind of guy that she needs to be with. Yeah, his name is Sean. That's who she needs to be with. She needs to stop going for those light-skinned men. And go full white. Go white-leaded instead of white unleaded. Yeah. Someone said, what about Rihanna? I think she gonna stay with that man, honey. She gonna stay with him. So, hopefully that's helpful. Yeah. But here's the thing that I want you to understand about these Hollywood stars. As a dating coach who helps a lot of successful black women, a lot of them are going to always try to get with the black dudes. They're going to always try to get with the black dudes because being an actress, being in Hollywood, you're surrounded by nothing but white people. So it almost gives you like an identity crisis. And so part of the reason why they lean so toward black men is obviously naturally, culturally, you will want to lean towards something that is familiar to you. But also it is to help them ground themselves in their blackness. Right? And so that's why oftentimes they will try to do this. But the thing is, when you're at that level, you have to date everyone. And you will realize that there is almost a formula when it comes to, if you're a Black woman and you're on top of your game, Zendaya, Kamala, Supreme Court Justice Ketanji, Meghan Markle, Serena Williams, Venus Williams. I'm not going to explain what that is, but there's a freaking pattern. Eve, Tina Turner, Diana Ross, the girls that get it, get it. And the girls that don't, Iman, will suffer. I'm not afraid to say it. If I'm the only dating coach in this world that is going to talk about it, so be it. Someone said Halle Berry is different. She is different, but you know what? She will never work again. She will never work again to be with that man. Yeah. So, yeah, Eartha Kitt, Grace Jones, I already said Iman, Nicolandria, Melody Hobson. Someone said Tiana Taylor, Aaron Pierre. Girl, that's publicity. That man was with a white woman 2 seconds ago. So, there's a very easy pattern when it comes to Black women that are on top of their game. You can make it easy for yourself, or you can make it hard for yourself. Depends. Okay, let me see what questions y'all have. I'm tired of talking about these celebs, honey. I generally don't talk about them, but I'm in a mood tonight. Why not? Yeah? Megan Good and Jonathan Majors. I don't want to comment on that. Do Hispanic men go for a certain type of Black women? They stare and speak but don't approach. Girl, they love them. They love them darker and they love them rounder. Hispanic men love Black women, honey. I don't care what you say. They love them. Absolutely love them. Okay. But yes, you gonna have to be careful with them poppies, girl. Someone said, I don't like how white men do sexy talk. When he starts saying, I want to eat your pee, all I see is an overseer. Hate it so much. So what do you want him to say, girl? What do you want him to say? I don't care what he says, as long as he does it. Do what you say what you mean. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness somewhere? Somebody? Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Thank you. Amen. 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 AMAN. Thank you. Thank you. Amen. Amen. Okay. What are the questions? Can you talk about short, long distance relationships? What are you talking about? Medium relationships? 2 hours away, girl? Give me more tea on that. What's the tea on men from wealthy Indian families living in America? The parents will probably never accept you if you're black. Real talk. If they're wealthy, then they come probably from a longer list back in India, and the family will very rarely accept you, unfortunately. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't even chance it. Indian men are very spoiled. They are, and they very much will only do what their families tell them to do. Family is very important. I'm not just talking about immediate family. Cousins, aunties, grandmothers, whole family. So it sucks. That's why you don't have, I mean, girl, could you imagine a world full of black and Indian babies? Gorge. And the cultures are actually somewhat similar in a lot of different ways. So it sucks, but that's just kind of what it is. Yeah, it would be unstoppable. But I always think about that. No shade. I'm like, girl, no shade. If the Asians and the Africans and African Americans got together, girl, nothing could stop us. Not one thing. Okay, someone said septum ring, yay or nay. So if you have a septum ring, the white guys are checking for you. The white guys are checking for you. So if you want a white guy, get a septum ring. Someone said, are you Indian mixed? Does it count by injection? Because if that's the case, I'm every woman. It's all in me. No, it doesn't count? No? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because if that's the case, girl, I'm Blasian, Moroccan, Israeli, Italian, German, Canadian, Mexican, North American, South American, European, African, Antarctican. Someone said, not Israeli. Girl, that was before. That was before. Girl. That was before. Someone said, not the penguins. Do what you gotta do, girl. You do what you gotta do. Jen said, you married, girl. I'm married now. I wasn't always married, sweetie. Don't try to come for me, honey. Yes, honey, I'm Alaskan Inuit, girl. Native tea up in here. Get into it. Get into my native, honey. I can't, y'all. I can't. I just feel like it's like, Everything with the natives are sacred, girls. I just feel like I'm giving real sacrilege right now, honey. It just feels real sacrilege. I feel like I'm really teetering on that line, girl. My gosh, girl. Sometimes y'all gotta stop me. Okay. Okay. Someone said, I'm native, girl, I approve. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. But the natives need love too, honey. I try to give to them what the white man took. You know? Thank you. Thank you for all the approvals, honey, for my native sisters. Right. Work together, honey. Get into it. I'm generous. I'm an Indian giver, honey. I give to the Indians, the natives, sweetie. Okay, let's get into some dating, y'all. Do rich white men like thick girls? Not as much as they like skinny ones. I'll tell you that much. Real talk. They like women that are fit. Meaning, no shade, work out. Work out. If you have a solid body, that's good. Yeah? So, that's what I would say on that. Unfortunately. Fit is the goal. It's not like, if you're fit, that's great. Okay, let's get into these questions, honey, because I've been talking too much shit, honey. About to get myself canceled again. Someone said, is it true that guys don't care about stretch marks? They don't. They really don't. I did a video about this. Your tiger stripes, girl, your guy's gonna love them. He's gonna probably be licking on them and eating on them. He's gonna love them. He don't care about that. He's gonna love every inch of your body. So it's gonna be important for you too as well. If you have to make love with the lights off, girl, that's the problem. We gotta do something about it. No shade. So one of the things that you're gonna have to get used to, honey, if this makes you uncomfortable, if you live alone, start walking around naked in your house. Start getting used to your body. Yeah? You gotta love it. The gag is that in your single season right now, your job is to learn how to unabashedly love yourself, because you are going to be the leader in sharing with people how to love you. That most people, most men will look at what you're doing to yourself and follow suit. So, for example, if you say you're going to do something and you don't follow through and you don't do it, he's going to look at that and say, oh, you don't love yourself. You don't respect yourself. Because any person that respected themselves would follow through, would do what they say that they're going to do. Finish your shit. Do what you say you're going to do. Be a woman of integrity. When you say no to something, do it. Keep it at a no. That's why the boundary work is so important. Right? If you procrastinate, stop that shit. Do the thing that you need to do. If you keep on telling him, oh yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get my hair done. I'm going to get my hair done. I'm going to do this. And you never do it, you don't love yourself. That's what happens in his mind. That's what he says. because you're not doing what's going to make you happy, what's going to make you fulfilled, what's going to make you satisfied, what's going to make you proud. And if you can't do it for yourself, why would I do that for you? That's what he's thinking. Yeah, someone said, I finished my shit professionally. That laundry though. But that's another thing. If you're doing shit for other people that you're not able to do for yourself, you're showing him that you don't love yourself. If you don't have time or energy to get the laundry done, hire it out, bitch. No shade. It's actually not as expensive as you might think it is. So when you say things like, I'm attracting a certain kind of guy, you attract what you are. You choose who you are and who you feel you're a match for. Someone said $175 per pound. I know that's right, lovely, lovely. I think it's very important to understand this. So in the chat, let me know what is one thing that you've been procrastinating or things that you do for other people that you don't do for yourself. Because while you're single, that's what you gotta do. That is more important than getting on the apps. That is more important than going out to your local bar. Someone said therapy. Girl, betterhelp.com. Go to it right now. You can be talking to somebody in 30 minutes, girl. Get into it. Working out. Girl, go tomorrow. Say, I want to try it out. Free day. Get into it. School is expensive though. Girl, get loans. Don't pay them back, girl. Get into that school. Laser lipo. Call them tomorrow. Let them know. I need it now. Lipo my shit. Getting my finances together. Girl, call your local accounting center. Touch grass. Girl, touch grass. Mirawu said someone is stealing your content. I know, my team's on it, girl. Don't worry about it. Losing weight, girl. No shade. As somebody who's been working out for the last couple of months, check the activity. Check the meal plans. Let's go. One of the things that I think differentiates me from so many other people is my activation energy. Right? When you want something, go out and get it. Make it happen. That's how I got my new hair, bitch. No shade. I said, I'm balding. I don't want that. Let me change my shit. I don't like how my teeth look. Let's change that shit. I don't like my skin. Let's go to a dermatologist and clear this shit up so I don't look like Pizza Hut every day. No shade. Activation energy. Let's get it together, ladies. And this is not get it together to get a man. Let's get it together for yourself. You operating at 150% for everybody else and you operating at 50% for yourself. How can you expect someone to be there for you when you're at 50% at yourself? When you're at 50% of yourself, what you're actually asking another person to do is be 150% for you, to compensate for you. Who wants to sign up for that? You know who does? Someone that is trying to heal a trauma to try to save someone. You don't want somebody with a hero goddamn complex. Do you get it? Do you get why you have to be 100% for yourself? Very important. Someone said you don't have to yell at us like this. This is not yelling. This is love, baby. My loves. I want y'all to win. And you're not going to win at 50%. Whatever you're doing for other people, you need to do it for yourself first. Okay? So whatever you put into this chat, do it. Just do it like Nike. I don't want to hear any excuses. Stop procrastinating. Do the damn thing. You have the time. You have the time. Right? Very important. Because most of us are on our phones for 6 to 14 hours a day. Take one of those hours out. Change your life. You'll be surprised how many things just fall into place. Okay? Aspiring Socialite said, Anwar, I just want to give up. I'm so disappointed with men. No, you're not. You're not disappointed in men. You have trauma. You have trauma. And those men are activating your trauma. This is not about the men. This is about healing your trauma so that whatever they say or do doesn't affect you. It's very important. You're making men the issue. You're giving them a lot of power when in reality, there are things happening inside that we get to explore. That's what we do on my program, by the way. So if you want to get into that, click the link in my bio, book a consultation call, okay? This is about trauma. And no shade, if you are a black or brown woman, you might have more trauma than others. You can have two women and the guy do the same thing to each of those women and they will react differently because of their respective lived experiences and trauma. If you are disappointed by men, it is because you have certain expectations of men. Expectations that you probably shouldn't have while you're dating. But oftentimes what we don't talk about enough is that you actually will have high expectations of men if you didn't have high expectations of men when it came to your father. That almost you're compensating for his lack of showing up, his lack of X, Y, and Z because you're looking to fill that void. So part of this work, let me know if I'm lying, honey. Let me know if I'm lying. Part of this work is stop putting these crazy expectations on these men and realize, and I want to say this with love and respect, your father might not have been shit. Or a nicer way of saying this, he wasn't able to provide you what you needed. We got to be honest about that. That's the first step. Okay? So, when I hear I hate men, I'm disappointed in men, just keep that energy for your father, sweetie. Let's get into that. Let's talk to the little girl that needs to be loved and protected and cherished. And she wasn't. That's what we need to focus on. That's the work that we do in my program, by the way. Yeah? Very important. Most of you all are approaching your love lives based on your emotional age and not your physical age. And most of you emotionally are 8 to 12 years old. So, of course, I would be disappointed in all men when emotionally I'm 8 and 12, and as an emotional 8 and 12-year-old, you're going to put a lot of expectations, a lot of power into these men. That's why you're disappointed. That's why you're hurt by them. Someone said, no, men are just disappointed. They're disappointed based on your expectations. Men are going to men. If you're healed, whatever they do or say will not affect you. I just want to offer that for anyone that needs to hear it. This is what we work on in my program. Because if you're able to not be triggered, you can stay in the dating game long enough to find your person. Most of you all are starting and stopping. On for 2 weeks, off for 2 months. On for 2 weeks, off for 2 months. And what happens is, when you stop, you will lose all of your dating momentum, and every time you start from zero again. You stop because you get triggered. You get tired because you get triggered. Yeah? Yeah. So, I hope that's helpful for someone. I know we kiki, I know we talk about dick size, but when you come into my program, that's the fucking work that we do. That's why every other day a woman is getting into an amazing relationship in my program. And if you want to do this work, if you feel like you're ready for it, go to the link in my bio and apply. No pressure, you don't have to. I'm not begging you, sweetie. When you feel like you're ready. Tyleisha said, where do I sign up? Go to the link in my bio, apply for a consultation. Okay? Okay, let's get into some of these questions. What race for a tall black woman who's 6 feet tall? Probably alien girl. I think they're 7 feet. So get into that, girl. No shade. Aliens are like everywhere now, apparently. That's what I'm hearing. And we're advice for a Korean, Puerto Rican, Catholic girl, Ghanaian, Muslim man. Girl, don't have children. They won't know what they are. No shade. I could barely even read that sentence, girl. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see what questions we got going on. Someone said short kings don't sleep on them. No. Sleep on them. They're packing. Autumn said, I attract rich men, but I can't keep them. Help. Oftentimes, you probably are attracting them because you're pretty. The way to keep them is, interestingly speaking, it's not through... One, you need to be able to support them emotionally, but stimulate them mentally. So you got to figure out which one is your weaker point out of that and level up. If it's mental, girl, you got to read every day. You got to read the news. Join one of those newsletters that are talking about biotechnology, that are talking about AI, that are talking about mindset, manifestation, those sorts of things. Start to have conversations about that. And then, ask them, how's business doing? How's work going? Right? And whatever he says, say, that sounds really hard. I'm really proud of you for dealing with it the way that you're dealing with it. Affirm him. I think a lot of people think that rich men don't need affirmation. They do. They need a lot of it. They need, you can do this. You got this. I believe in you. Because they're surrounded by nothing but yes men and women all day. And those people are always engaging intellectually but not emotionally. The way that you differentiate yourself from everyone else in his life for a rich man is give him that emotional support. Right? Be that cheerleader. Don't cheerlead his intellect. That's what he's gotten all day long. Cheerlead, don't even cheerlead his work ethic. Cheerlead just the man that he is. Right? Rah rah sis boom ba for the way that he supports his team, his company, the thoughtfulness that he takes, the time, the energy that he puts into his business. Acknowledge that. Okay? Yeah. All right, let me see. Some of us don't use dating apps and want to meet in real life. Advice on leveling up socially. Yeah. You have to start talking to people. So, someone said, is that how Lauren Sanchez was able to keep the Amazon guy? She took him because of his looks. Bezos' first wife was the stable foundation to help him grow his business. Lauren Sanchez is the woman that makes him grow his self-concept, right? Very different women, right? This is very important to understand. For many rich men, and a lot of people don't have these conversations, but we will talk about it, their first wife will help them build and be the stabilizing force at home while they go off and make millions and billions. And the first wife will look after the kids, make sure the house is in order. But the second wife, once they make the millions and billions, that wife will make them feel like a god. They generally stay with the second wife. Unfortunately, yeah. Chloe said, how can you have standards but not expectations? Great question. Standards are things that you create for yourself. Expectations are what you expect other people to do with and or for you. Those are two very different things. Okay. How to date as a massage therapist? I feel like it gets harder and harder on the dating apps. Well, whether you're a massage therapist, a social worker, a lot of times your work is really centered on other people. And so I think your work is going to be focused on being more self-centered, doing things more for yourself, and observing the men that are attracted to that, right? That actually because you're probably out and about and meeting a lot of different people, you will naturally meet people. So I wouldn't trip so much on the dating apps for you. I just think it's going to be important for you to make sure that you're continuing to be social. If you are a massage therapist, you probably are not just good with your hands, you're probably just really good with people, and you need to use that outside of your work. I think you probably already have it, but you don't trust it outside of the professional landscape. Yeah. Mackenzie said, how did you start your coaching business? Any tips for a beginner? I think it's important to get good at what you do. But more importantly, even if you're not good, no shade, getting confident in what you do. And that will only happen with experience. So if you don't have clients now, one of the things that I would say is, post on Facebook and say, hey, if anybody needs help with this kind of coaching, I'm doing a free 6-week program, right? And take on 5 or 6 clients and observe how they move through, how you coach them. Make some patterns of what problems people are going through, and then create a kind of a mini course based on what you learn from those people. Also, because you're offering the service for free, ask each and every one of them to give you a testimonial so that you can put that on your webpage for some social proof. That's how I would start out. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. What's the tea, ladies? Let's get into this. Let's get into some of the dating questions. I know I was on my soapbox a little bit earlier, but I want y'all to level up. I want you to know what's what and what's not. Yeah? Okay. What about dating a light-skinned man? I always say be careful, right? And not because they're light-skinned, but because of the lived experience. I think people take what I'm saying as oftentimes being racist in some way with biracial or lighter-skinned men. I would say similar stuff based if someone else was having a lived experience where they were highly privileged and spoiled and, oftentimes get privileges of white men but trauma of black men. It's a crazy combination to have within a person. And to navigate that and to be a partner of that can often be very dangerous. So that's why I say what I say. It has nothing to do with who they are. It has everything to do with their lived experience. Yeah. Someone keeps on asking about any advice for Indian women. It would be the same advice for other women, girl. I don't think that other women of color, that is, right? That oftentimes so many of us, and this is what like the beginning part of my book is about, the opportunity for Asian women specifically, I would say, but this is really for all women, is you have to get out of that daughter role. A lot of us are still living based on being a daughter and looking for approval and validation from our parents, where we often will transfer that out to men. Because some of us, just based on socialization and patriarchy, will put men on a pedestal in the same way that we put our parents on a pedestal. And so you will give daughter energies. So for all of those women that say, oh, I want to be a princess, I want to be a princess, what you're actually saying is that I just want to be a daughter. No, ladies, you want to be a queen. And queen energy is very different than princess energy. This is very important. If you're a princess, you have no power. Tell me a princess that has power. And don't say Princess Peach, bitch. Because she don't have power either. I'll wait. I'm waiting for powerful princesses here, ladies. I don't see any examples. Someone said Princess Diana. Someone said Princess Fiona. I need y'all to stop. I need y'all to stop. You my people, but you need to stop. Princess of Genovia, you ate with that. Yeah. I think Princess Diana is a really great example, but she gave queen energy, and that's why they couldn't take her. Yeah? Okay. Good. Let's see what the questions are. What cities are Black women friendly for dating? I always think that the DMV area, not DC proper, but like the surrounding areas are really good. North Carolina is a really good city, or sorry, excuse me, a state. Specifically the Research Triangle. A lot of my clients do well there. But ultimately, I share this information, but at the end of the day, if you know you're that girl, you can find your husband anywhere. And if you feel like I have to go to a certain place to find love, you're going to be sadly mistaken. Because, like I was saying earlier in this live, that love is only reflective of this love. A lot of my clients do well in the suburbs of Chicago as well. I'm trying to think. Interesting enough, a lot of my Jersey and Queens girls do well, I would say. But like I said before, if you don't think that you can get any man anywhere, then that's what you got to work on. Stop playing geography, Miss Carmen Sandiego, and focus on how you can walk in a room and get anybody. That's your work. Right here, right now. Okay? That's the work. I've had 2 clients in the last year and a half that have gotten married in Louisiana, girl, so I don't want to hear it. Do you have clients with kids? Like a third of my clients have kids. So, someone said, what energy does Sierra give? Peaceful, calm, centered, confident, skilled, powerful, but soft-spoken, intentional with her words. Yeah. She gives queen energy. Let's talk about intentional with your words for a second, because I think that this is a very helpful topic for everyone. What I've noticed is that if, someone gets annoyed or frustrated, then they start to see red and they start to go for the other person, come for them, without realizing that when you cut someone, that wound will never heal. At work, in friendships, and in familyships. And I think, and specifically, I want to talk to Black and brown women. I get it. When people are coming for you and you're experiencing 3 to 6 micro or macro aggressions every day, then of course you would want to play defense in life. But what I want to offer to you, what I want to invite you to consider is when this happens, giving yourself 5 seconds before responding. Five seconds. And count backwards when you do this. Someone said it's a long time. It is a long time because your silence is much more powerful than your words. Someone asked me, how do you put your foot down to your alpha man? You don't put your foot down. You go silent. You go cute and you go mute. And if you're someone who is uncomfortable with silence, get comfortable with it. You will never win when you going back and forth with a man. Your silence is the most powerful thing that you can have. I know y'all watch Housewives of Atlanta. Do you remember when Phaedra and her man was about to go to prison and he came over to the house, Apollo, and he was acting a fool? And he was saying all this stuff and running around and where's my motorcycle and where's this and where's that. And Phaedra was just silent. And he continued to act a goddamn fool. Silence not just confuses men, but puts them at attention. Because once they, almost like a kid, once they get out of a tantrum, then it's like their instinct, the way that they're wired is to protect and provide. And so when a woman is silent, in their mind, what is going to happen is something's wrong with her. I've got to solve it. So now the attention goes off of him and comes on to you. He has to forget about his anger, whatever's going on here, and he has to figure out, why is she silent? How can I solve this for her? Even if he doesn't like you. Even a narcissist will say, well, why are you so silent? Because he can't deal with the fact that there's something unresolved with the woman that he can't solve. That's why silence is so powerful. Respectfully speaking, that going back and forth, you will not win. It's like a lion and a pussycat. I mean, I think I'm a pussycat girl. I don't know about y'all, honey. You can do your jaguar thing, but a lion will the voice, the actual voice will overpower yours. Very important. So, audibly, you might not win. Physically, you might not win. Mentally, you can always win. If you manage your own, you will be able to manage his. And I'm not saying that's your work, that's your job, but I do think it's important to be able to manage it so that you can be at peace, so that you can feel safe. Because your safety is the number one thing here. Okay? Good. Awesome. I hope that this was helpful for you, ladies. And thank you all for the 131,000 likes here on TikTok and all of your comments and your support on IG and YouTube. I'll try to come back here again on Friday. Someone said, no, don't go. Girl, I gotta sleep. I don't just wake up this beautifully. I have to actually sleep, ladies. And no shade, y'all do too. There's a reason why some of us are waking up with Louis Vuitton bags under our eyes. Go to bed, girl. Remember when I was talking about follow through, women being a woman of integrity, treating yourself and teaching people how to treat you by how you treat yourself? That's part of it. Yeah? So, with all of that said, what did you take away from this live today? What was the lesson that really stuck with you, that resonated with you? And by the way, while you're typing that, while you're thinking about that, please know and understand that if you want to do this work on a deeper level, because we went a little bit deep here, go to the link in my bio, book a call. YouTube says, Queen energy, practice silence, right? Queen over princess. Talk that talk, where silence confuses men, right? Activation energy, self-worth, silence is power. Intentional words, be a woman of integrity and substance. Take better care of myself. Be cute, go mute. How to keep a rich man. Getting tired and bored in dating is a sign of being triggered. Yes. Yes. Stay in your queen energy. Think before you speak. Follow through. Work on self. Stick to your shit. That I'm not healed. No shade. Come into that program, girl. Do your inner work. Silence is key. Focus on me. Love yourself first and follow through. Go to sleep. That's a big one, girl. That's a big one. Yeah? Good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I always want to make sure that you're taking something away from you in every life. Someone said, learning how to be that girl. Do that shadow work. Hairstyles that attract white men. I have to go get what I want. Activation energy. Yes. When you are that girl, you can find a man anywhere. I truly believe it. Best to be the second wife. Only if the first wife built the man. Built with the man. Yeah? Nervous system regulation. Asian men love braids. Yes, date them all. Yeah. Good. All right, ladies. Be well. Sending much love to you all. And I'll talk with you soon. Alrighty? Bye-bye.